Hey, we're thrilled to be here. Thrilled to be at the Duck Commander Independence Bowl right here in Shreveport. We were here 10 years ago, and this is a first-class bowl. They run it the right way, and they've been doing it a long time. So we're looking forward to the rest of the week. Hopefully we'll play a very good game Saturday at 2:30 and so forth. Miami, very good opponent, as we all know. They're 6-6 just like us, so somebody's going to be a winner and somebody's going to leave a loser. So a lot on the line for this game.
Coach, I understand that Shaq Rowland is about to travel to
Shaq Rowland is not with the team anymore. I think he's elected to maybe drop out of school and go pro.
Okay.
That was his choice. And, we wish him the best.
Coach, how different is this Miami team from what you've seen from the one that you played in the Sugar Bowl?
Oh, in the Sugar Bowl 2000?
Yeah. Just the complexion of the team, what you see.
Well, this one's a very good team too. They, I think they're 14th in the nation in defense, and they got the best running back maybe in school history. But for some reason, they're 6-6. You watch them play and you wonder, how they lose this one or that one. But now they're a talented team. That 2000 team also had about 6 or 7 first-round NFL guys on that team. This team may have a few though, obviously. But anyway, this is a very fast, quick team that somehow or another ended up 6-6.
Brock Berlin, I know he's from Shreveport, and he told me he still, respects you a lot. And,
I mentioned Brock the other day.
Oh, you did?
That Shreveport is the hometown of all these famous guys. David Toms, Billy Joe Tolliver, Brock Berlin, Tim Brando, I guess, is another one. So, you got some famous people here.
When was the last time you talked to Brock, and just your thoughts of, that whole thing, he left your team, went to Miami, then he played you?
Well, I was gone when he played for him.
Oh, okay.
I was gone then. But, I gave him a free release. He said he wanted to transfer. He got stuck behind Rex Grossman. Rex was the leading passer in the nation in 2001. And Brock wanted to go play somewhere. So Miami took him, and he did some good stuff down there. He had some good games.
As a former head coach of Florida, do you get fired up a little more when you see Miami on that other sideline?
I don't really. We're South Carolina and they're Miami. The two teams used to play a long time ago. They had a big brawl, I think back in 87 or so. But both schools were independent back then. So, they had a game with each other. And now they're a very good team. ACC's got a lot of good teams, obviously, as we know now. And sometimes us SEC guys, we struggle too. And we've had our struggles this year. But we're looking forward to it. I'm sure they are too.
You talk about the strength of the ACC. Brad Kaya, Miami's quarterback, 25 touchdowns, more than Jameis Winston. I think he's got a better passing efficiency. What do you see when you look at their quarterback?
Well, first of all, I watch their defense most of the time. But their quarterback's a very good player. There's no question. And their running back, Luke Johnson, he gets most of the attention because I guess he's the leading rusher of all time there. But they're very capable. Yeah, they're very capable of beating anybody. Of course, they had FSU beat there, and that little fluke play, ricochet ball, just sort of turned it around.
Steve, what's a win here going to mean for this year, for your season?
Well, we're trying to get 7-6. That's what it would mean. We've been fortunate in our bowl games lately. We practice very similarly, so we'll see what happens.
Word on the street is it's been a tough sell for the ticket for the fan base to get them over here. Do you know why that would be?
Oh, it's tough for both schools. We've been 11-2 the last 3 years. I don't know if you knew that or not, but this year we're 6-6. Miami used to be playing for national championships. They're 6-6. That's just the way life is. Fans, once you've been up there and your team's having sort of an average year, it's hard to sell tickets.
Steve, Al Golden's trying to build it down there at Miami. Obviously, ups and downs and stuff. You've been through it before. Any advice for him?
No, I don't.
Maybe give it to him after the game, or?
No, I don't. I'm not an advice guy. No, he's doing an excellent job there. That's not as easy a job maybe as it used to be, Miami. Florida State's back up. Gators, I guess, have been down a little bit lately, but yeah, they've got a talented team. I don't know, I think they're close to putting it together.
You see that Marcus Lattimore is going to join the school that's over in Bassett University. Excited about that?
Oh, anytime Marcus can be around is good for the university. I think the president wants him around, the athletic director, I do. We all want him around as much as we can because he's a big reason, as we all know, that we were able to go 11-2 and finish in the top 10 in the country those years. After we signed Marcus, we got a lot of other really outstanding players. So he was sort of our first really big key guy.
Have you spoken with Marcus recently about how he can help the football program?
Well, that would be in spring ball. Yeah, he could be a student assistant in spring ball. And we'll talk about that probably a little later.
Coach, you were born in Miami Beach.
Yeah.
I read. And
Yeah.
I know you. I guess you were a baby when you left. I mean, are there
Yeah.
any connections there? Have you gone there at all recently? Miami Beach.
I played in the Orange Bowl and coached in the Orange Bowl a few times.
You have family there at all?
Oh, no. My dad was a minister, a Presbyterian minister, and we were down there. Well, the year I was born, it was sort of the war year, and then I think the preacher that was there came back from being a chaplain in the military. He came back to his church, so my dad was out of a job, so we went up to Charlotte, North Carolina, right after that, and lived a while, and then he got a church in East Tennessee. So I grew up really in East Tennessee.
So no thoughts about Miami. Do you like Miami to visit?
Oh yeah. My wife's from Fort Lauderdale. She's a Lauderdale girl, flying L's, Fort Lauderdale High School. So we've been down to Lauderdale a lot.
The last time South Carolina was here, they lost to Missouri, I think 38-31.
Yeah,
How much of that loss sticks out? in your
38-31,
mind?
31-28.
38-31.
38-31, you're right.
Brad Smith.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's right. We did get a field goal in the second half. Yeah, it was a good close game, but they beat us. They beat us in the second half.
Does it leave a sour taste in your mouth? Are you hoping to?
Well, they all do. They all do. But you got to move on. They had a good team. We had a pretty good team, and they played a little better than us that day.
What's the difference between your last appearance here and now?
The difference, 10 years, a lot of ball games in between. But this is a class bowl. When we were 6-6, and we're sitting there, and I said, man, if we can get to Shreveport, that'd be fine with all of us. And the date's good, 2 days after Christmas. So I think Miami's probably happy with this bowl also.
Coach, your defense was pretty young going into the season. You've had guys like Bryson Williams, some of the older guys step up, but then a Sky Moore. How has that group come along as the season progressed?
I don't know. You need to ask our defensive coaches more about that. But yeah, we've done okay. We've had some good defensive games, and we've struggled. We've struggled more on defense this year than we have the last 5 years. That's for sure. But then again, offensively, our statistics were similar, but we didn't move the ball in the fourth quarter. Some games that we could have really helped ourselves. So that's just the way it's turned out. But hopefully we got some new defensive players on the way in. We got some